Welcome back to the channel all. Obi-Wan Kenobi has just dropped 2 episodes. Got to talk about them. Okay, yeah, so what can I say? I've just sat and watched both of these episodes back to back. I thought I'd give you my thoughts on it. I'll do this on a weekly basis, so hit that subscribe button. Come and join the channel. If you love Star Wars, I love Star Wars. Wow, what can I say? My expectations have been blown away by this thus far. I thought I was going to go into this coming out like Anakin and his love for sand, because Tatooine yet again, which makes sense in the context of this story. But let's face facts, you know, we've spent a lot of time on Tatooine. So this first episode, obviously we're introduced back to Ewan McGregor stepping back into that role of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's like he's never been away. Fantastic. He was really good. Both these episodes come directed by Deborah Chow, who's the showrunner on this series, and wow, what can I say? A lot of money's been put into this series. That's obvious. This feels more cinematic. It makes Boba Fett, the previous Star Wars series, feel cheap. The scenes on Tatooine alone, just they feel better. They feel larger. They feel more ambitious. The screen is filled with more people, more inhabitants. It feels real. It feels real to it. There's I don't know. Now, Tatooine didn't play too much of a role in it. You did step away to Alderaan, and you caught up with young Leia and this sort of thing. So you had this sort of mirroring of, you know, you got this lush green world against this desert world, and you got this sort of mirroring of the two worlds, like a reversal kind of a thing. And I thought that was fantastic. It felt like it opened the world up much larger than what it was. The first episode spends a lot of time with Obi-Wan Kenobi and sort of setting up how he's been sort of living as this hermit in the desert, living in this cave, and what he's doing to make ends meet, which is sort of harvesting this dead creature that looks like a sort of fish type thing, maybe fallen from the sky, or I don't know. And they're harvesting it for meat, and he's there working on a daily basis, just sort of grinding away and keeping an eye on young Luke, much to the dismay of Owen Mars, with a returning Joe Edgerton in as Uncle Owen returning in that role. We also get Jimmy Smits returning as Bail Organa, which is fantastic to have these two actors back. We're also given the Inquisitors in this episode, 3 Inquisitors. The Grand Inquisitor played by Rupert Friend, who was in Homeland. Yeah, he's a fantastic actor in his own right as well, and just brilliant stuff. And then there's this other Inquisitor, the 3rd Inquisitor, and she's got her own ambitions, shall we say, within the context of this episode. So this episode, it does see young Leia get kidnapped, but this is all a ploy to expose Obi-Wan Kenobi by this other Inquisitor. Yes, and that's what like kind of leads into the second episode. The second episode is set off of Tatooine. It's set elsewhere on this other planet, a planet that's very sort of cityscape populated, nighttime, very dark all the time, and we're introduced to Kumail Nanjia's character, who he was in Eternals more recently, and he's sort of playing this sort of con man, pretending to be a Jedi, sort of ripping people off but helping them out at the same time, and he crosses paths with Obi-Wan Kenobi while Obi-Wan Kenobi's in the hunt for the young Leia and this sort of thing, and the Inquisitors are onto him and all that, and that's what this episode plays in the sandpit of. Now, both episodes very good, very different in their aesthetic and what they give you. Like I said, Ewan McGregor is fantastic stepping back into the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's spot on. The young girl who plays the young Leia Organa, she's fantastic. She really is good. She brings that sass to the character that Leia's renowned for in the first Star Wars film, in Empire Strikes Back. She was a real joy to watch. I loved her performance in this, and I hope that she is in it throughout. It sort of opens up or closes that sort of, not plot hole, but you know that Leia knew Obi-Wan Kenobi from the first Star Wars film, and because help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope, and this introduces them to one another, and their dynamic, their dynamic is fantastic. She's really good playing off of him. Yeah, it's just so good. And this episode, they both look fantastic. Again, this second episode, it opens up the world, and the world feels populated by people and aliens, and bounty hunters come into it. Forlom, that looking bounty hunter. Yeah, just fantastic stuff. I don't know what else to say about it. I can't really think of anything that I thought was poor. There's nothing that I didn't like. There's nothing that I was watching for. I don't really like that. I was actually blown away. I was blown away. I'm very impressed by the start of this series. It's very, very good. What else can I say? I'm looking forward to watching it. Now, what I want to know is, I want to know your thoughts about it down below. Whether you liked it, whether you hated it. I don't care whether you're indifferent to it. If it didn't work for you, let me know. Because I like having these discussions. I like having my mind opened up by things, by other people's opinions. You know, it's just great. This is great Star Wars, and I'm glad they've taken their time with this one. I'm glad that it seems to have been on, you know, not been rushed or anything like this. It just looks very, very good. And there's a surprise appearance again. Not surprise appearance, you're expecting it, but at the end of the second episode, which is fantastic to see. And the music is just spot on. Yeah, what can I say? Being spoilt between this and Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. Wow. Yes, puts Boba Fett to shame, I will say that. It just, like I said, it just feels far more cinematic, expensive, and why not? This is a way to go. This is AJ. Thank you for watching. Like I said, let me know. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you all later. Take care all, and goodbye.